And welcome into another episode of Dan Tony Sports. My name is Dan Snyder, joined tonight by Dan O'Shea and Dan Beebe. Tony is off tonight, so that brings us our three-Dan band. Gentlemen, what's up?
Jamming in the three-Dan band.
So I don't think we ever discussed what roles do we each have in the band. Who's the drummer, who's the guitarist, who's the bassist, who sings, who stops what they're doing and plays piano for a few minutes. Like, have we discussed this yet?
I don't believe so.
No, but I can definitely play the role of a pianist.
Oh, yes. I do believe I was aware that you could be the pianist, yes. We'll discuss this. We'll figure it out, and the next time it's a three-Dan band, we'll update everyone, and you'll find out as we do. We got a quick show tonight. Couple of things that we're going to talk about. Of course, the results of the NFC and AFC championship games. And the NFL Honors Awards are coming up. So we thought we'd throw our hats in, pretend like we know what we're talking about, and give our list for who we think is going to win different awards. So, gentlemen, what do you say we start right away with our NFL awards?
Sounds good.
All right. So we'll go with the Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Coach, Most Improved, Rookies, MVP. What do you say?
Sounds good.
All right. So we'll start with the Offensive Player of the Year. Tony might not be here tonight, but he did send us his picks for who he has Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and all of the awards. So let's start with his Offensive Player of the Year. He has Tennessee Titans running back Derrick Henry. That's a great pick. Derrick Henry, I don't want to say put the Titans on his back, but Derrick Henry did what Derrick Henry does.
No, he put them on his back.
I mean, Tannehill played well pretty much all season, too. But, yeah, Derrick Henry was...
Very much so. But I think without Derrick Henry, Tannehill's job becomes 1,000 times harder. And I like, and I think most people like using the Offensive Player of the Year award as a chance to award a non-QB, because MVP is pretty much always a QB award.
Yep.
There's been talk of making a QB only award like they do with pitchers to take them out of the MVP thing, which I think kind of would make sense. A QB version of the Cy Young or whatever it is.
And we can call it the Peyton Manning Quarterback of the Year, right there. Peyton Manning Quarterback of the Year.
There you go. Something like that. They'll probably call it the Tom Brady when he's done. Maybe that's what they're waiting for.
I mean, let's just, concede, and we'll just call it the Joe Montana Quarterback of the Year. Anyways, so Tony has Derrick Henry. You say Derrick Henry put the team on his back. Are you saying you agree with Tony?
I do. Yeah, that was my pick as well.
Okay. Dan Beebe, what do you think about Offensive Player of the Year? Who do you have?
It was going to be kind of unique. I was going to go Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce? I mean, yeah, that's absolutely a solid pick. Best tight end in the NFL.
He always comes through in the clutch, it seems.
He does. Now, remember, these are regular season awards, so their performance in the playoffs don't really dictate how these awards are handed out. So that being said, my Offensive Player of the Year, I'm going with Stephon Diggs, leading receiver in the NFL. The guy basically took the Bills from being a defensive team to a team that could light you up. So, Stephon Diggs is my pick for Offensive Player of the Year, although Derrick Henry would be my backup. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all three of those guys are fantastic picks. Devontae Adams could be another consideration. and so could Dalvin Cook.
Nick Chubb.
There's a lot of players, but I would say those three really are top of their game this year, and really did bring everything that you could want an offensive player to bring.
I completely agree. I'm surprised no one mentioned Dak Prescott.
Maybe. Next year, the first couple weeks of the season, sure.
You know what award he's winning next year. Don't even pretend like you don't.
No, you don't. I mean, if he comes back to form, then sure. There's a hint right there in what I just said.
Yeah. If he come back, yeah. But anyways, so that's Offensive Player of the Year. We've got 3 different answers: Derrick Henry, Travis Kelce, and Stephon Diggs. Let's see if we're going to differ on Defensive Player of the Year. Tony has T.J. Watt. Definitely hard to pick against T.J. Watt. He's just so good. I mean, I feel like we were robbed of seeing, Nick Bosa in that as well. Because until he got hurt, he was just insane. I don't even have the word. He's so good. He's so good. What do you think, Dan O'Shea?
It was really a toss-up for me between T.J. Watt and Aaron Donald, and I did go with Donald because I felt like he had a less stellar supporting cast than T.J. Watt did. Not really a take away from T.J. Watt. He's still a manimal on his own, and you could see that even when I think it was Dunlap went down. But I just love Aaron Donald. I think he's playing at the top of his game, and we're not really going to see anybody quite that good for a long time. But T.J. Watt's going to make us question that.
All right. So we got T.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, Dan Beebe. Who do you have?
Chase Young.
Chase Young for Defensive Player of the Year? Not even just rookie?
I have another rookie.
Well, who do you have for Defensive Player?
Actually, we're doing both rookie offense and defense.
We will be in a little bit. Right now, it's just Defensive Player of the Year.
Actually, I think I'll go Tre'Davious White.
I mean, he's solid, always solid. I'm also going to go with someone in the secondary. Dan O'Shea, you might want to plug your ears. Jamal Adams has just been fucking people up all season. I have to go with Jamal Adams. I feel like he's earned it.
I disagree entirely. He's been a good hitter. He's gotten sacks, but he's been being exposed as far as coverage goes. And I know he's a strong safety, not a free safety, but when he's got to cover it, it hasn't been very good.
I mean, he's like you said, he's a strong safety. His job isn't normally on pass coverage, not as a shutdown like a corner would be.
Yeah, he'll get some highlight reels, but I don't think you'll see him even top 5, top 10 on voting for the award.
Well,
I think Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard have been the backs that have been significantly better than him.
Jalen Ramsey's not that good. He's a solid cover guy, but when he gets beat, he just cries the entire game. Like first
supporting actor.
Seriously, first week of the season against the Cowboys, he fucking cried to the refs about getting beat by Michael Gallup. Who gets beat by Michael Gallup? The best corner in the NFL? I don't think so.
No, wide receiver 3 at best, right?
Right, he's their third best receiver. But regardless.
Yeah, I mean, you can just look at the stats, though. He might cry, but he still performs. So
it came down...
is what it is. I don't love Jalen Ramsey, but, you can't really deny that he's usually very effective.
To me, it came down to Aaron Donald and Jamal Adams, and I was just impressed with how Jamal Adams
putting them in the same sentence is silly. And I don't even hate Jamal like a lot of my fellow Jets fans seem to. I just don't think he's that he's anywhere up in that echelon.
Okay. All right. So then let's move on to we'll go with Coach of the Year. Who?
McDermott.
Yeah, Tony has Sean McDermott. Is there any coach it could be besides him? Maybe Andy Reid. Maybe
Stefanski,
Bruce Arians.
LaFleur. There was talk of Ron Rivera. Stefanski and McDermott were my top two.
Yeah, I think McDermott was my one. I didn't even consider anyone else, honestly.
I mean, if you look at the Browns and the Bills, they kind of had a similar resurgence this year under their and under new, way better leadership. But I have no qualms giving it to McDermott. He's been extremely talented at turning around that Bills team.
Yeah, he has. Again, yeah, you make a good point about Stefanski. Like I said, maybe you could have thrown Bruce Arians in, taking the Bucs from suck to Super Bowl. But I don't see how it goes to
Tom Brady.
Yeah, I don't see how it goes to anyone.
Got a whole lot of help.
Yeah, except for Sean McDermott.
Getting everybody to come through. I saw people talk about LaFleur because it's his first year, but it's your first year with Aaron freaking Rodgers. So that's why I give the credit to McDermott and Stefanski. I do have McDermott having the edge because it's been a longer term of success so far. We'll see if Stefanski can keep it up next year. But yeah, for me, it's McDermott.
All right. So that's a clean sweep for McDermott. Now, here's where I think we're going to get a lot of disagreements. Most improved player. Now, Tony has Josh Allen.
This is different than comeback player.
Correct. This is player who wasn't good and now is.
Yeah, it's Josh Allen is a solid choice. His stats have increased in a positive way, almost across the board, including accuracy, which is shocking. That's what the one thing they say that a quarterback prospect can't really improve is their accuracy, and he was like, "Hold my beer."
Yep.
So I like him, and I also like DK Metcalf.
God damn it! Really?
those are my top two choices. I would probably lean on DK. I know he's less, it's a wide receiver, so it's harder probably to do what Josh Allen has turned around. But I feel like DK's huge jump is